Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long, baby. Please hit that subscribe button to stay abreast of all the latest things happening. Smash that like button, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And now on to the latest rumor or rumbling, what have you. Today on 32 Thoughts, Elliotte Friedman has said that he suspects the New Jersey Devils are one of the teams in on upcoming free agent Brett Pesce of the Carolina Hurricanes. And let's just take a little look at what we're dealing with here. As everyone knows, the New Jersey Devils are looking to revamp their defense, which was absolutely atrocious last season. Dougie Hamilton was injured early on. We were left with two children in Luke Hughes and Shimo Nemitz out there as rookies, and there were some growing pains, unfortunately. And that combined with league worst goaltending for most of the season, it was an absolute travesty, and we all know that it cannot happen again. And so now, with the addition of Markstrom in net, that has been taken care of. Kevin Ball shipped out in that deal, immediately opening a spot on the blue line for an incoming free agent or a player via trade. And a lot of us believe that Fitz is going to ship out at least one more defenseman so that we could have two legitimate upgrades on the blue line. And Brett Pesce is a guy I would welcome with open arms, quite frankly. He's been very steady for Carolina. He's on my list of guys. There's no shortage of guys in free agency this summer. There's a ton of them that I would love to have, and Pesce's definitely up there. He's turning 30 in November, so early next season he'll be 30 years old. He is 6'3", 206 pounds, and he's somewhat local. He was from Tarrytown, New York, so maybe he's looking to come a little north and play closer to home. Maybe he's just looking for the highest bidder. Time will tell, but in doing a little research, it seems as though his father may have jumped the gun and posted a tweet when the Hurricanes were eliminated. And it says, "Thank you, Caniacs, for always being good to myself and the Pesce family. We'll certainly miss all of you. Go Canes." And then he had since deleted it. But who really knows exactly, if that's maybe gamesmanship or, just parents acting erratically without consulting with their children. Happens a lot, and it certainly happens in pro sports. But Brett Pesce is a guy that would be great for this team. He's been in the league a while now, since 15-16, and every year after his rookie year, he's played 20-plus minutes. He had 21 minutes in some years, 22, 22. Yeah, he eats a lot of minutes, steady guy, and he's definitely worth looking into. It just seems that he might be looking for a lot of money. I think Carolina tried to extend him after last season, potentially, and there was reports that I think they offered him $4 or $5 million, and he was like, no, you will pay. And with the cap going up, there's reports out there that he might command in the $7 million range. I mean, it's crazy, man. I hate to, not to go off on a tangent here, but the reality is these guys make so much money, and it never goes down. Obviously, there's inflation and cost of living, but that affects everybody unilaterally, right? Like, people like you and I, that's affecting us too. Yeah, it affects these people, but on a different level. And the reality is, with these people making millions and millions of dollars to play sports, the fans are the ones getting screwed. That's why tickets are so much money, and greedy owners as well. But that's a tangent for another day. But honestly, the economics of sports, in today's day and age, is super unfortunate because most children, I say children, but high schoolers, college kids, very hard to get to a game on your own. When I was a kid, that wasn't the case. It was never super cheap, but it wasn't cost prohibitive in college to get a couple buddies and go to a Devils game or whatever it is you're talking about because the tickets weren't a complete fortune. But that's not the case anymore. Sorry, kids. So Pesce definitely on my list of defensemen to kind of inquire about during free agency. His teammate Brady Shea also on my list. I think it's pretty unlikely that Carolina is able to keep both of them. So I'd imagine if they both hit the market or one of them, the Devils could scoop up one of them. But here you look at the list. There's a lot of guys out there. And I'm going to be going in deeper in the next few days to a week on the guys I really want, but just take a look at the list. I'm not going to bother reading them. I'll leave the graphic up there for a minute. There are a ton of defensemen for sale this summer. And we just got to go get 2 of them, guys. Fitzy has to land 2 of them. And maybe Pesce is one of the main ones the Devils have their eye on. I would love him. And there's a bunch of other guys I would love too. And I think that's going to be important for Fitz to kind of see, where is his money best spent. Because I do think different defensemen might have different requirements depending on their particular situation. Maybe some of the younger guys don't put as much of a onus in winning and just are going to go for the straight highest bidder, whereas maybe some of the older guys that are still looking for a cup might give a discount to go to a competitive team like New Jersey. And in the metropolitan area is a very desirable area to live in the country, especially when compared with some other places. I'm not going to smack talk specific cities, but we all know there's certain cities that, like, who the hell wants to live there, right? And that's even sometimes the case for teams that are winning teams, that the city sucks. But I can't imagine going to a place where the city sucks and the team sucks. And that's for the guys that want to sell their soul and just go for the top dollar, which, get your money, boys. But when it's all said and done, if you don't capture a cup, you could say you put the money on the pedestal. But Pesce, certainly interesting. And then just kind of wrapping back up on Elliotte Friedman. They talked about the Devils a little bit on the show. I will put the link in the description and the timestamp so you can check it out. But they talked about the Markstrom trade. Friedman had mentioned that when it was first announced, he thought that the return for Markstrom was a little light and that he heard similar sentiments from other teams and that people were a little bit surprised at what the package actually was. And then Friedman talks about how he went back over the last 15 years and kind of analyzed the returns for goalies over 30 and some other things. I'm not going to, I'll put the link. Check it out. It's not that long of a segment. They talk about them for a few minutes there. Definitely worth checking out. Love 32 Thoughts. Love Elliotte Friedman. I wish they did a video podcast. Maybe one day they'll get to that, or maybe they're just going to, say screw it. We're audio guys. Audio guys only. But throw it out there in the comments. What do you think about this rumor? Brett Pesce. Is he one of the top guys on your list? He's definitely on my list. My personal list for sure, and that list is coming out soon. He's on my list. I don't know if he's on there. That's all I'm going to say for now. He's on there, but let me know what you think about him. What other defensemen do you guys want to see brought in free agency? What do you think about his father being a knucklehead and posting that on X? I mean, it's kind of funny. Sometimes I feel like some people just shouldn't be allowed on social media in general. Nothing but a problem, and we've seen that in all of sports as well. But all in all, if this rumor is true and we do get him and it's at a fair number, welcome to the club. I mean, he definitely helps out, a more veteran presence back there to integrate with the kids we have. Solid defender, eat up a lot of ice, and that's all you could ask for. Just really improve the defensive group because it really needs it. Last year we were very Swiss cheesy on many nights. Breakaways, 2-on-1s, deflections, rebounds, dirty goals against. It just needs to be cleaned up tremendously. Last year there were so many devastating goals that I remember just, throwing shit, watching at home, or just cursing loudly while at the Rock. Very frustrating to see, and hopefully with 2 of these veteran defensemen, and maybe Pesce's one of them, that we improve that stuff, and we will be a way better team. Hopefully Markstrom gives us the big saves. I'm super pumped. And, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Let me know what you think about anything else. I'm getting very impatient waiting another 2 days for Game 7 of the Cup Final. Going to be an all-time classic. Hopefully the Oilers get it done for our man, Adam Henrique. Henrique, it's over. Devils legend. Would love to see Rico with the Cup, and I'd love to see him back. Check out all the other videos on the channel recently. A lot of stuff recapping Game 6 of the Oilers. Tom Fitzgerald's Sandpaper Summer, a bunch of other things on there. Check it all out if you're new around here. Thank you all very much for watching, as always, and I will talk to you all soon. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.